Osmanthus wine tastes the same as I remember. But where are those who share the memory? Where do you want to go
back in
next?
Genshin.
If you'd like to see Liyue's tourist spots, I have a...
Oh no, we gotta finish the quest thing first. Let's do it first then. Okay, chat, let's finish this first. Oh, what the heck? Okay.
It stopped.
Pick up the leaf.
We finally got it.
Are the words still legible? Or have they been washed out?
Looks like the ink's intact. Let Paimon take a look at what it says.
Cool.
Huh? This is related to the poem we wrote in reply yesterday. She must have picked up one of our leaves. Spring. Young boy. It's looking a lot like Callie Roe was the one who wrote this. She seems to care a lot about that story, huh? Actually, when Paimon first saw her, Paimon was wondering, do you think... is it possible that she's,
Let's just focus on finding her first.
Based on the current and accounting for wind strength, everyone, please follow me.
Let's go. Wait, where's my detour?
Right!
Let's do this real quick.
One man's stone is another man's gem.
Let's go. Really? The leaf traveled that far?
This should be far enough upstream. Let's split up and search the area.
Callie Roe! Callie
What's up, buddy?
I will have order.
Hey, we.
Gather!
How you doing, girl?
Orders given. Orders received. Life goes on.
Not too bad. She's over here. Well, if you're staying at a hotel, you can connect to their Wi-Fi. If you're staying at a hotel.
She's surrounded by hilly churros! Let's go save her!
Wait, oh no.
Nice and spicy!
Reinforcements.
Order guide you. Solidified.
Reinforcements. Yeah, but I don't want to go back downstairs. Sorry to hear it's lagging now.
Callie Roe, are you okay?
The passage and stuff is downstairs. Oh, I see.
What?
No blob.
It's a huge water droplet!
This is exactly what I saw the other day.
Blob?
Huh? Why are you all looking at me like that? Oh no, my body, is it?
That voice is definitely Callie Roy's.
How did this happen? Please wait a moment. Oh no, did I use up too much energy?
How did you... What's going on here?
This Rochi quest, I love this
Miss
one.
Callie Roe,
Aw.
are you some kind of adeptus?
No, I'm so sorry for deceiving you all for so long. Actually, I'm an Oceanid who flowed here from Fontaine long ago.
She's
What's
Fontaine.
an Oceanid?
Ah, the Grandmasters mentioned them before. The Oceanids were the familiars of the former Hydro Archon. They all fled Fontaine after the Archon died and settled across the world.
That's correct. Though, to tell you the truth, I can't even completely recall how I found myself here. I have a vague impression of my ancestral home, but
Hi,
I
what's up,
can't
dude?
recall clearly
welcome.
anything I saw on my journey. All I know is that by the time I arrived in Mondstadt, I had lost most of my power and couldn't even sustain a physical form. Eventually, I settled in a place called Springvale, where I slowly began to regain my power. Springvale is a serene and beautiful place. The water that flows through there is clear and pure, just like the hearts of the people who dwell there.
So you're the spring fairy of Springvale?
Yes, Diona, and I remember you too, you know. When you were little, you often came to the spring at night to speak with me.
Really? You're not messing with me, are you?
I always thought that was just a local legend.
Your favorite little pillow, the fish one, its name is Bubbles, is it not?
Bubbles.
All those childhood memories. So they weren't just a dream. So, if this is true, then all those things written on the leaves...
I see. So you were the ones who found my leaf. Well, you are correct. The Spring Fairy and Heart of Clear Springs is me.
No wonder you were asking us so many questions about it. So, the boy from the story...
Is Finch. I always loved listening to people's dreams, and still do to this day. Whether they're beautiful, sad, or filled with emotions I couldn't understand at the time. One night, a little boy came to the spring. The tears that fell from his face were more fragile than a moonbeam and purer than the morning dew.
Morning dew.
I like humans and wanted to understand them better. I also wanted to make sense of the feelings contained in his tears that were then a mystery to me.
So you became friends.
Yes, we often met under the stars, sharing our stories with one another. Sometimes we'd stay up all night and see who would hear the first bird chirping from the boughs or the first cicada of summer.
Aw, that sounds lovely.
But one day, just like the book says, I saw an emotion in
I had a
Finch's
prom.
eyes that I
Oh, that's
couldn't
cool.
reciprocate. I felt out of my depth in uncharted waters. But I knew all too well that we Lockfolk face a very different fate from that of humans. Whatever was happening, I didn't want it to lead to Finch writing a chapter of his life that he would later come to regret. So I fled and never appeared before him again.
Oh, Callie Roy.
My strength returns very slowly, and even after decades, I can only sustain a physical form for a very short time.
You actually like Prime too?
I
I
once
actually never
hoped
tried
that
Prime
Finch
yet.
would be able to move on.
There's no Prime here, that's
meet
why.
me when the stars in the night sky have all gone out.
It was Glowberry.
But after
Is it
seeing
good?
so many people's stories
I
and
actually never
hearing
tried Prime.
about all their dreams, I have gradually come to understand Finch's heart. This feeling of wanting to respond to his feelings is surging relentlessly in my chest, and I can no longer restrain it. But I'm also scared. Scared that if I go and see him now, I'll bring nothing but disappointment and even more pain when it comes time to
I
part.
haven't had it either. My friend just has it before. Oh, cool. It's nice.
It really is a difficult choice.
It's kind of funny that Prime is made in America, but
Please
a
go
lot of
see
places
him.
in America, they don't have Prime.
Huh?
I know Grandpa Finch, and he's a really kind person.
Yeah, you can
When I
tell.
was struggling to learn how to draw maps, he was always encouraging me, telling me not to give up, always keep trying, and get out there and have some adventures. He often tells me stories about his past, but I've never once seen a look of regret or sadness in his face. And even though Grandpa Finch loves adventures, he still stands there by the spring every day, as if he's waiting for something. I believe that he's serious about his feelings for you, Miss Callie Roy. He's never stopped hoping that he'll see you again one day. So if you want to see him too, then what are you waiting for?
That was great. Didn't know you had that in you.
Huh? Sorry. I think I got a bit too excited and I just thought, well, it just sort of came out.
Uh-oh. So nice.
I understand. That settles it. I've decided.
A
I
mini
will go
moon.
back and see
Interesting.
Finch.
You will?
Let's go.
Amazing. That's great.
But
It's amazing,
I'd
though.
like to ask all of you for some help.
Sure.
Go.
Just say the word. We'll help you any way we can.
Would you come to Springvale with me and help to bring Finch to my side? I cannot maintain this form for much longer, and I'm worried others will see me how I was just before.
Leave it to me. I'm really close with Grandpa Finch.
Also, please keep Finch's in my secret. I wouldn't want Springvale's tranquil waters to become agitated on account of all this.
Don't worry. Got you.
Your secret is safe with me.
I won't tell anyone.
Energy drinks
That's
are
a
really
promise.
bad, dude. That is really bad.
Great. I can't thank you all enough.
What's wrong? Are you gonna turn
No.
back into a water droplet?
No, I'm sorry. It's just that my mind's racing. As much as I want to talk to him again, I'm still worried that I won't have the words when the time comes. A poem?
Write him a poem. Yeah. That's actually a really good idea.
Okay,
Helps
good
when you're
idea.
nervous.
I'll write him a poem. And it will be called Heart of Clear Springs.
Oh, I love the name. Such a cute story. How do you enjoy? It's to Springvale, guys. Appreciate it. Okay, let's get this done. Get pick up. Where are froggers? Aw, I missed the frog.
Are you okay?
It's nothing. I'm just scared that I won't be able to maintain this form much longer.
Okay, don't panic. Wait here, Caliroe. I'll go fetch
I gotta say
Grandpa
goodnight to
Finch.
everyone. Oh, okay.
Take it slow, Diona.
You're
Finch
drinking a bunch
isn't a
of
young
energy
man
drinks.
anymore.
Brian
He's
energy
not
drinks
as
is
steady on
super
his
bad.
feet.
I'm surprised I'm alive.
Still,
Bro,
hold on.
100%.
A bit longer.
She got
Okay,
this.
stay strong. You can do it.
She got this. I believe. More froggers. Have I met this Finch guy? I probably did. I just forgot about him. Ooh, butterflies.
You're such a good little dragon, Daddy.
What the heck, bro?
Grandpa Finch!
Is that Diona? You're back early today.
Is Diona?
Today's your special day, Grandpa Finch. Can you come with me?
Oh? Well, where are we going?
Over there, to the waterfall.
Let's go.
Did you catch a nice little fishy?
Just come with me already. This is extremely important.
But I promised your father that I'd go to the...
Grandpa Finch!
All right. All right. No need to get worked up. I'm right behind you.
Yay.
More like it. Now come on, I'll help you.
Draft's daughter is just like him when she's on a mission.
Oh, that's where she has the cat ears. Now I know who this is.
Over here, over here. It's okay, Grandpa Finch. Take your time.
Huh? What's all this? What are all these people doing here? Even Mika's here? How's work been going lately?
It's going well, buddy.
And even some friends from up. The
fuck you say to me, you little shit?
Mistaken. You do know that today's not my birthday, don't you?
Greetings, Mr. Finch. My name is Chong Yoon. We all met at the poetry gala, and, well, there's someone we'd like to introduce you to.
Finch.
That voice. Callie Rowe.
I didn't think you'd still remember.
Oh, so cute.
I remember. I remember all right. How could I ever forget? Although your appearance is different than I recall. Back then, you looked like you'd stepped right out of a fairy tale. But I'm one to talk. Of course, a fairy from a fairy tale can change forms. But in your eyes, I'm probably the one who's changed beyond all recognition.
Oh, even after all these years, you still know just what to say to make me laugh.
I thought you were only able to appear in the
raising her
dead
up,
of
let's go.
night. There have been times when I've wondered whether it really was all a dream.
I'm sorry I kept you waiting for so long, Finch.
Oh, it can't have been that long. It's been but the blink of an eye, really.
Finch, would you like to hear a poem I wrote for you?
A poem? You write poetry now? Well, of course. I'd be delighted to listen. I'll hang on every word that leaves your lips.
What a guy.
In that case, let me read you a story about the spring fairy. Far from my native land I roamed. In streams I slept, many seasons I met as the sun set and rose. I searched for a garden to call a home, and the moonlight ebbed as the water flowed. A soft breeze beckoned me unto a spring. Sleep, weary wanderer, your journey is over. May the dancing petals sweeten your slumber. At dawn, I hummed the melody of a distant stream, and the songs in the night serenaded my dreams. A boy's tender tears trembled through the water, stirring me more than any starlight sonata. He wove me a wreath from past petals and future buds. I crossed beyond the veil of dreams to the realm of flesh and blood. Look at the love that shines from his eager gaze. Answer the call of his heart, lest this moment go to waste. The kittens and fireflies invited my heartstrings to sing, but I was a stranger to the melody of mankind, and knew not how this tune should begin. As the river of dreams trickled into the ocean blue, every time a crystal fly flapped its wings, older it seemed he grew. But I learned to fathom human ways each stumbling step I took, and clouds of confusion became crystal clear in the vulnerable verse I wrote. As seed yearns for soil and trees for the sun, a once foreign melody inside my heart sung, and it cried out your name on every string it could strum. Now I give my dream to you. May it be in your slumber a sweet spring to quench your thirst. Now I hand my heart to you, praying my belated promise might meet, still with your trust.
Yeah, this poem was pretty good. Something good to it.
Yes. This is how I remember you from when we first met. All those years ago. It really has been a long, old time, hasn't it?
Finch,
It's okay. I understand. Your poem, it explains
everything.
everything.
Thank you, Finch. Please, take this.
It's so beautiful.
This is a droplet of water condensed from my own power. Finch, I don't have a physical form like humans, and I can't stay by your side. I don't know how long it'll be before I can change back into human form again. But as long as this droplet remains with you, our hearts will always be connected, no matter the distance between us. I will always be one with the spring. From this day onwards, if you call me, I will meet you in your dreams.
Oh, it's so romantic.
You've really learned a lot, haven't you? And you don't even mind that the kids are watching.
Does it
I missed
bother
most
you?
of it. It's fun. Welcome back.
How could it possibly?
So
This
beautiful.
is the happiest moment of my life. I just worry that once I go to sleep, I won't ever want to wake up again.
Huh? Don't say
Oh,
that.
but you're on YouTube. You can go back and rewatch it.
I'm only joking. It seems that you still have much to learn.
Is that right?
Grandpa Finch and Kelly Rowe look so happy. Oh, what a perfect moment.
Diana, thank you for fetching Finch for me. I've never forgotten you either.
Hey.
I used to chat with you a lot. Wasn't it ever annoying?
Of course not. You are one of the truest friends I have in the entire world.
Aw.
That's why I gave you your gift, so that a part of me could always be with you.
Huh?
It's true.
Wait. So is Diona's ability to mix delicious drinks from disgusting ingredients a blessing from this water spirit? And if so, is it also possible that my pure yang spirit is a gift from some being?
My physical form is about to disappear.
No. She's going away.
I've never regretted meeting you or deciding to talk to you that night. Not once. All these long
Lollipop, she's
years.
going away. No.
Not for a single moment.
Aw.
It probably goes without saying, but neither have I.
Although it was different from in the stories. That fateful night, I never gave you that
Sad.
kiss.
So sad.
This gift that represents my promise and my love. I give it to you now.
Close your eyes, Paimon. Close your eyes, Paimon.
It's okay, everyone. She's gone now.
What? But Paimon didn't get a chance to say goodbye. Grandpa Finch.
Don't worry now. She hasn't gone far. Just like she said, she'll always be one with the spring, by our side and in our dreams.
It was too much for Paimon's look. Paimon. So sad. You have to go. Sad times, guys. Sad times. took like 10 years to pick Paimon or Diona. Really? I'm getting curious how the Diona one would be then. I mean, I think it's similar. I think she'll just be angry.
Oh? Hey, you're all back! And it looks like you're in much better spirits than before. Hu Tao's a step ahead. She's already talking about printing a poetry anthology.
Oh my gosh.
She said she can't wait for everyone's final words because I'm itching to pull the trigger. By which I assume she meant she eagerly anticipates receiving everyone's freestyle poetry submissions to help her close the deal.
Where have you all been? I've been waiting here forever.
Perhaps they lacked sufficient inspiration and wished to have an emergency communion with nature. And with any luck, I'll bet they heard some fine poetry along the way.
Code Death Bard! Does this mean that right from the start you... Oh, right from the start, you said you would treat us to a nice meal!
Huh? Did I?
I think this is where the meal. Yep, I agree.
Very well. Since the traveler agrees, then it looks like I can't escape this time. Diona! Dear Diona, could I trouble you to fix us a couple of your delicious beverages?
Sweet
You
Diona.
wish. All right. Well, normally I'd never agree, but since I happen to be in a good mood today...
Oh yeah.
So, just what have you guys been up to all this time? Why does it feel like there are some unspoken words hanging in the air here that everyone is privy to but myself?
Really? Must be the breeze. You're
Must
reading
be
way
the
too much into
breeze.
it.
Yeah, that's right. We're just, taking a walk. Inspiration walk, since it worked so well last time.
Nice.
So even Mika's in on it? Chongyun, how about you tell me what happened on the sly? I've just remembered that I heard about a haunted house recently that you'll definitely want to check out. I'm willing to bet that even your pure yang spirit won't be able to scare off these demons.
I appreciate the gesture, but no thanks. Not this time. And I'm starting to think that maybe this pure yang spirit isn't such a bad thing after all.
Huh? What the? What's gotten into you? Okay, that confirms it. I call shenanigans. Something big definitely went down here.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
Never back down, never what?
Never give up.
I feel bad for the blade hair guy. Wasn't he in a different team? He was people that was on that team, those in their own same teams. So, do I complete? I did. Yay. These are all locked. Yep. Okay. Yeah, but he's the only one who doesn't know from the group. That's true. Oh my god. What do you mean? What's going on? Oh my gosh. What's wrong, girly pop? I just got jump scared by the anime thing, no. No anime thingy supposed to hurt girly pop. So mean. You know, when people hang dead animals, I just saw one when walking up the stairs. What do you mean? Why? What? What do you mean hanging dead animals? What? I never heard of that. That's a little sketchy, bro. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's Fanashu. I didn't know that's a thing. It's interesting. Oh, when you go like to a hunting cabin. Yeah. I said you mean just tie them like randomly on there. They're not. Can I say that to you? They're not fake, but I don't know if I should say it to you. There it is. They're not fake, that's why. They're not. I love being in the stream. Glad. Yeah, girly pop, they're not fake. They're just stuffed.
We're finally here.
Yeah, I'm trying to play Genshin, but I'm
The
on
entrance
Wi-Fi.
should be nearby.
Here it is.
Whoa!
No, they're fake.
Where did
Just say they're
come
fake.
from?
Yeah, I don't want to freak you out. Yeah, they're fake. Yeah. Are you alright? No.
It's getting worse again.
I'm sorry, girly
But it's
pop.
fine.
I didn't know how to enter now.
I'm about to put an end to it all. This is a place I once sealed off with my own hands. The entrance to Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness.
Oh, goodness. Oh, the big sister?
It looks like she will no longer allow me to do with this body as I please.
Huh? What are you talking about? And who is she? Makoto?
Big sister.
Follow me.
Where are we going?
Bye, Paimon. Bye. Sorry, girly pop. Paimon's gonna be missed, guys. She got eaten.
Paimon's dizzy. Where did we get sucked into this time? Whoa.
It's the realm of dreams.
This place. Look! Look over there!
Their sister.
It's another A!
We meet again, traveler. This body is an assistant to the One Within, but it is also the guardian of the rules. Should the One Within wish to stray from the rules, this body shall stand in her way.
Wait! Paimon knows that voice! Is that
The puppet?
You have wandered the realm in my body, and you appear to have grasped the true essence of eternity. You believe your present self has greater certainty
Hey,
than
what?
your
There's
former
more?
self. Thus,
Yeah,
you believe your
there's a lot.
present self is correct, don't you? But
I
have you
did the
really
Arcane
been
quest. Now I'm
enlightened with
doing
new
Star
ideas?
quest that is required.
Or have you been degraded by irreversible erosion? I'm here to
It's
show
the
you
story
my
quest that
answer.
you need to get.
We are both warriors.
It's fine.
And the dialogue we must now have shall be conducted by the blade alone.
Our Conquest is actually not done yet. You have to finish this part, and then you gotta go back to the Our Conquest later.
Are you alright now?
The discomfort I was experiencing earlier was caused by the Shogun rejecting my continued use of her body. As she indicates, once I started entertaining the idea of change, I became hostile in her eyes. But inside a realm of consciousness, I exist independently of her. She cannot affect me in this way. Though she is a puppet, the Shogun has her own consciousness too. When necessary, she appears here to confront me.
Paimon gets that everyone has their internal battles and stuff, but not
Internal battles?
this. It's a bit extreme.
Yes, my mom's saying me, she takes me to faster. Let's go.
Showdown with the Shogun?
Don't.
Never thought we'd see that day.
I'll fight the Shogun, guys.
The rules I
Do it.
set for the Shogun are... No. The Shogun herself is the manifestation of my past ideals. The very foundation stone of eternity. It shall not be easily swayed. I would not try to change her if it wasn't necessary.
Isn't there any other way? Can't you talk it through or something?
I'm gonna cap the moderator thing is cooler on Twitch. But you're not a moderator. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you want to get it, the highest I can give you is probably VIP.
Just want the best for Inazuma.
Because I do that on Monday.
My form is a symbol of supreme majesty, in which has been vested power over all the realm. It is the cohesive embodiment of all that constitutes the Raiden Shogun. It inherits Ei's pain, the pain of inevitable loss that comes as she moves forward. So too does it inherit her determination to reach eternity. Every action undertaken is for the sake of resisting erosion. Determination, courage, love.
Yeah, so there's
hatred.
moderator, VIP.
All of these will be
there's,
degraded and distorted by the
there
incessant
is
flow of time.
artists. There's different
Only
badges I can give
rules
you.
shall
On Twitch.
remain constant for eternity. Those were my thoughts when I created you. Now, they are towering obstacles
Bro,
that I
let's look
have
at
no
those.
choice
Yeah, there. We're about
but
to
to
fight her.
overcome. You wish to make yourself my enemy? I am your past, the everlasting law, the guardian of eternity.
Guardian of Eternity. Let's
And
go.
I am she who promised a dream to her subjects. Raiden A. In the end, even the proud and mighty Oni Maiden was cut
See how
down
this
and
goes.
disgraced. Though your blade has been cleansed of her blood and filth, never shall it shine as brightly as it once did. Absurd. Inferior. Strike illusion shattered. Inazuma shines eternal. Be gone.
I'm better than you, girl.
The eye sweeps the lands.
Oh.
Now you shall perish. Sakura blossoms that once filled the skies fell to the ground as pitch black rain. As long as the ley lines flow, the relentless erosion of time will never stop.
She's completely recovered?
Dang.
Thunder, absurd. Pathetic. Gone. Inazuma shines eternal.
Dang. Really? There's a shield down.
Illusion shattered. Weak.
Is she really gonna get blown?
Illusions are but distractions. I shall not fall here. Torn to oblivion.
Oh, so I can't do Genshin that far.
Now you shall perish. Without yearning, all returns to silence. The divine lightning that envelops all of Inazuma will fade silently into the clouds. There shall never be another. Never. For the rest of time. Stillness transcending. Illusion shattered. Dead. Torn to oblivion. Inferior. Weak. There is no escape. Pathetic. Weak. The eye sweeps the land. Shine down. Now you shall perish. Only emptiness awaits.
Have you finally defeated her?
I'm here now. Yay!
It appears your
liking it
martial
now.
prowess has not dulled. But how long can your will remain strong?
How the heck?
Surely the Shogun puppet isn't invincible.
In this realm of consciousness, her existence is tenacious indeed. She was built to resist erosion. Her will is stronger than any other living being's, including you and me.
Oh no.
Then, does that mean this is gonna be a never-ending battle?
Goodbye,
Maybe.
Paimon.
But I have to prove to her that my present will is no product of erosion. The
Goodbye,
future I
Paimon.
shall forge will be a grand undertaking, one that will be resistant to erosion. If I don't do this, the Shogun's rules can never change, and Inazuma can never move forward. This is my duty. No matter how long this battle may last, months, years, centuries. And no matter how many times we must fight, I will defeat her.
But what happened to Inazuma in the meantime?
500 years ago, humanity proved their strength in battle. Here in the present, they rely on their ambition to challenge wayward practices, tear them out like the diseased wood of an old sakura tree, so that new, healthy branches might spring to life in their place.
Let's go.
It is about time that I learned to trust them.
But can you bear to live humanity to go along? Everyone looks at the Shogun for hope. Let's
I
do that.
understand that. But if the
I've got
dreams
that,
of
sorry,
which
friend.
Makoto
Oh, no.
spoke are true eternity, a short moment for which the Shogun does not exist is nothing to fear. I fight for the everlasting future of Inazuma. However long the battle may last, it is but a drop in the ocean of eternity. I vow to the subjects of Inazuma that I shall one day return. This is my oath. Please, be my
My
witness.
witnesses.
During my absence, I place everything in Miko's hands.
But this means that...
Pass on my words.
No. Goodbye. This is really sad.
Looks like we got kicked out. Oh, what do we do? Are we really just gonna leave A and the Shogun to keep on duking it out in there forever? She was making sense, and maybe this is the only way to change the Shogun's rules, but still...
Hey, let's go. He has no physical body anymore and has to rely on the Shogun. This can never be the only way. I agree.
Right? Also, A can be
They
pretty
are
stubborn
5-star
at
now,
times,
but only
and has
if
a
you.
history of wrestling
Yay.
in difficult situations. What if
Which artifact,
she's too
though?
obsessed with winning, and she forgets why she's there in the first place? It could happen, and then she might never
Work here isn't done. Wait,
Yeah,
wait.
we should help her out, like we did last time. The quicker she gets through this, the better. Is there
Go,
any way we
Paimon.
can cut down how long she needs to spend in there?
Let's
Or,
just
you
send
know,
in Paimon
help her
alone.
win the fight?
No. What kind of artifacts you put on her? With the type?
Well, whatever. We can't
Send in
let anything bad
Paimon.
happen to A while she's in there.
Just throw her in there.
Oh, but we also can't get in there anymore.
Just throw Paimon through.
Okay,
Fine.
well, first things first. We gotta find a way back in. Oh, come on, brain juice. Don't feel
Brain
bad
juice.
now.
Brain juice is important.
Okay, maybe if we both ram into it at the same
They're the
time
witches
really, really
thingy.
hard.
So the same one I have, I'm guessing.
Oh, you're right. Paimon nearly forgot about her.
Ooh. Oh.
Who knows if she really understands these consciousness realm playing thingies more than we do, but there's no one else we can turn to. All right,
Up the mountain we go. Ooh. So for hotel you said I don't know. So you have these ones, right? These witches ones. For hotel? You being cut up for a second. No, you're fine. I'm just checking. Okay, for hotel, you mostly need ER, crit damage, and ER, crit damage, and crit rate. I think that's the three main you need for hotel. Yeah. I think that's correct. Let me check. Let's just make sure. She's a main DPS and oh, you need elemental mastery. Using the wrong one then. Dang. So you need crit rate, crit damage, HP, and EM. That's for hotel. I thought it was energy. It's mastery? Oh, that's why I was building it wrong. Huh. Funny. Needs more curry. This one's good then. This is really good. What is her thing? Doing any crit damage? Needs more crit rate. It's too small. Curate, yes. Not curate. More. Alright, please. Right. Give me curate. Alright. Yes. Alright. Really? That sucks. The ending? That's what I got for the ending? Bro. Okay, my current's up. Still 22. Something. It was just 9, but now it's 9:27. You have to go to bedtime soon? Time goes fast over here. No, I don't need this. In energy mastery. Any HP. HP. Okay, let's do this. So HP. Plus 3. Yes. I like it. Okay, that's better.
Silly churl, Billy churl, silly Billy, hilly churl. Woo!
Okay, let's see what I can do now. Key.
Someone's not in the best of moods.
I
Let
can
me
stay
guess.
awake as long.
You're all
Child,
tangled
it's
up
kinda
in
like,
another
yay.
situation and need me to unravel it for you.
No, I was just noticing.
I hope you realize how lucky you are. If it was anyone else, I don't think I'd have the patience to keep greeting them with a smile after the first few times.
But you're always smiling.
That was a figure of speech, do you understand? Nitpicking my turns of phrase. The sheer audacity.
Sure, that's the problem. Get to the point.
Oh, yeah. Something really big's happened. It's A. She...
Oh, okay, I see. So, A's decided to palm Inazuma off on the humans, while she goes off on her own to fight a fierce battle that doesn't even have an end date. Impossibly stubborn. Jumps straight to the most extreme course of action imaginable, presumes her sheer will can see her through, despite a near impossible goal that requires nothing short of the very peak of her abilities. Yes, that sounds like A all right. You know as well as I do that she's always been like this. Why start fretting about it now?
It was
Rushed
more
into
serious.
it without thinking. Well put. Oh, she acts like such a child sometimes. So you seem to be under the impression that I am able to offer some sort of help? Who gave you that idea?
No.
Is she playing dumb? She's doing this on purpose, for sure.
Hi, Mom.
You're learning, little one. But really, the truth of the matter is that I don't know much more about Raiden Makoto's realm of consciousness than you do. All I know is that it's the foundation of the sacred Sakura, and from what I've heard, it's a little different from A's plane of euthymia.
Because Raiden Makoto is no longer alive?
Not just because of that. The nature of the space itself is different in some way, but I can only speculate. You're the ones who have actually been there, so you tell me, what was it like?
Didn't notice anything different.
Anyway, we needn't worry about the details too much. It'll just be a little difficult to explain things later on, that's all. First things first, follow me to the entrance.
Okay. We'll be back. I'm gonna get this thing again. That's it here. Oh, it's open now. Sweet.
Now then, I always have my ways. It's just a question of how crafty I need to be. To the outsider, the realm of consciousness is a very abstract concept. Luckily, I'm A's familiar, so I can sense her rough whereabouts. In other words, even though I can't pinpoint the exact spatial location of this realm, I can still send you to where A is.
So, it's abstract, but has a location, but you don't know where it is, but you can still send us there. What?
Yes, no need to try and understand it. Let me put this simply. Right now, she is surrounded by chaos.
Yep.
Everything is turbulent and disordered. If you try to force your way in, you could be swept away by a giant wave that sets you down in an unknown corner of space-time. This is precisely why when entering the plane of euthymia, it's much safer if you place your consciousness in a physical object first.
What? Alright, well, Paimon, stay here then. You two can go in.
We're not gonna abandon you, are you?
Suit yourself. Worst case scenario, all we stand to lose is A. So what's the big deal?
Paimon's had it up to here with both of you! Oh, fine! Paimon's coming too.
Oh,
Paimon.
well, if you're quite sure, then of course. Now, I shall send you on your way. I say. Oh, nothing. It just seems extraordinarily chaotic, that's all. My suspicions have been confirmed. By the way, remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside. Only a strong enough will can prevent you from being swallowed by the giant waves of abstract space. Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Okay, let's
Well
go,
then,
Paimon.
the door's open. Hop on in. I'll stay
Go,
outside
Paimon.
and provide what stability I can. I'll be ready to respond if anything happens. I'm placing my god in your capable hands. For my sake and for Inazuma's, please. Bring her back.
Dun, dun, dun.
Miko, you better know what you're doing!
You will not fail.
That's
Let's do
enough
it.
chatter. Get to work.
Focus. Focus.
Remember to focus constantly on your heartfelt wishes when you enter inside.
Looks so cool, agree.
Only if you are strong enough can I deliver you to the right destination.
Not this traveler. We're back.
How can this be? You have returned. But how were you able to get back in? And how come you have not changed at all in all these years?
These years, what?
This is a duel to remember. It is as if we have returned to the moment when the laws of eternity were first established. Your will today is as strong as it was back then. Over countless battles, not once have you lost, and never have you shown the slightest hesitation. Had I made all enemies of eternity stand against you, you still would not have wavered. For your firm commitment to enforcing the rules, you have my admiration too. You bring honor to the title of Guardian of Eternity. Now these two return once more to this space. An inevitability of fate, perhaps. Then, let this be our final duel, the conclusion to that which began 500 years ago. Final duel?
No, one is L and one is the Shogun.
So
That's what
you're
he saw.
finally willing to... Stand back, traveler.
We're gonna put an end to all this. Let's see.
I'm going to be the start of something new.
Let's see.
The time our duels took to fight was long enough
Dang
to
it, I
witness
have
the
to do
rise
it.
and fall
I'm gonna
of
watch it.
nations.
There's no
energy they consumed, great enough to vaporize the oceans and turn day into night. And the will they commanded, sufficient to penetrate minds and crush dreams. Yet, you have endured. I will endure forever. Perish! Ha! There is no escape!
Yeah.
This is the end.
Let's see it.
You have won. I believed you were incapable of transcending the past. But it seems my belief was baseless, and I underestimated your spirit. But a will that cannot be eroded has no way to embrace the future. You need not worry about the future, and you aren't alone. I know your power more than anyone else. Had I relied upon my strength alone, I would have lost this duel for sure. Yet, my reason for fighting redefined my martial prowess and redrew my limits. I now carry the gaze of the myriad of expectant eyes that look to the light in the heavens. And whenever I think of this, I feel something stirring within Muso Ishin. The blade that I inherited from Makoto seems to be trying to guide me, to encourage me. I noticed it also. Just now in the heat of battle, it seemed to unleash a new and unfamiliar power. This power is beyond the limits of my understanding. This blade belonged to Makoto. Perhaps it can only respond to me with its full power when I truly understand and believe in her. When I clasped Muso Ishin in my hands, I had the feeling that she was by my side once again. It was at once a familiar feeling and a strange one. Makoto barely wielded a blade in her life, and yet her blade brings me closer to her. You have my approval. Your present will is not the product of erosion. I shall no longer stop you from attempting to modify the rules. From this day forth, this body will remain your assistant. I won't design any more rules that can never be changed. You used to represent my past, but from today onward, you are me. Makoto never saw me as a fearless weapon. Likewise,
My phone died. You're fine, dude.
I should not regard you as a mere
You missed
tool.
a huge battle, though.
You truly have changed. I suppose this is what humans call growth. I understand. I shall become your shadow, just as you were once Makoto's shadow. The duties I perform will not change. But as a warrior, I look forward to the chance to fight like this again in the future. Do you say this because you have not yet reconciled yourself with your defeat? It was simply a new experience for me. One that is worth reliving.
Have you finished fighting then? Like, for real this time?
For real, for real?
Hello, A. And greetings, those who have come to bear witness. I am Raiden Makoto, the previous Electro Archon, who failed in my duties and left you all to pick up the pieces. Makoto? I'm so happy. You've come so far. I always knew you would make it here in the end. I left a faint fragment of my will in Muso Ishin, so that in the moment that you unleashed its full power, I too would be released. A convoluted way to reach you, but... well, you held such deeply entrenched views at the time that you wouldn't have listened to a word I said. There was no time to wait for you to have a change of heart. Please forgive me. All I could do was find some way to wait until you came to me. But you never mentioned this to me. Everything happened so suddenly. I'm sorry. I've always felt terrible for having to entrust Inazuma to you all of a sudden. I should have been the one to impart these ideas to you, a little at a time, to dissuade you from your pursuit of stillness. Did you know what was about to happen in Conria? I had some sense of it. That place was not somewhere that any Archon could afford to ignore. In my present form, I can no longer perceive time. I don't know how long we have been separated before this reunion, and I don't know what Inazuma has experienced in the meantime. But I know that this must have been an extremely arduous journey for you. And I'm sure you must have wanted to shed tears many times along the way. Don't look down on me. See? You admit it. It was with this possibility in mind that I left a parting gift for you. Something to soothe Inazuma's pain. Here, take it, before my last shred of consciousness fades away. But it is you who must take the most important step.
Why is everyone fading away?
The light turned into a seed?
The miracle tree that blesses the people, in this moment new to the world and yet to be known. When to plant it, where it shall bloom. She who brings it into being must let her heart and dreams decide. Grant it life, eh? Is it really? Eternity extends time into infinity. Dreams illuminate each moment within. When both shine in unison, the sacred Sakura blooms from the darkness, finally free from the clutches of the heavenly principles. Now the nightmare has dissipated, and reality is made whole. The vision we both yearn for is still further ahead. My only regret is that I cannot witness Inazuma's future, nor can I walk this journey with you. Do you know, A? I am so happy right now, because my final wish has now come true. Your polearm once protected me from countless calamities. For this, I've always felt indebted to you. Though I could never repay you in full, this sacred Sakura will buy you some time until you are ready to awaken and embrace the new. What do you think? Did it do the trick? This time, it really is goodbye, eh?
Bye to your sister. Bye, Bakyo. Bro, I love cherry blossoms, dude. It's so beautiful.
Goodbye, Makoto.
It's so amazing.
So the A of the present planted the sacred Sakura in the realm of consciousness, and it took root in the Inazuma of the past. No matter what you make of it, it's quite incredible.
All of this is thanks to Makoto's power. Her understanding of eternity is much more profound than mine. Eternity is a concept intimately connected with time. When you begin to touch on eternity, the concept of time becomes murky.
I saw wonderful things inside the place. Time is moving forward and backward at the same time. Yo.
A place where time is meaningless and cannot be understood with ordinary logic. So that was the turbulence I was sensing. Perhaps that is the reason why you were able to return precisely to this point in time without any problems. And yet, that sense of disorderliness has now completely disappeared.
I don't fully understand yet. But my intuition tells me that the reason for everything, it's that seed.
Well, I'm not convinced that it was Makoto's power alone.
I know what you mean. Perhaps a higher power really was involved in all of this. But whatever the explanation, her solution is what saved us all. Without the sacred Sakura, Inazuma would likely have been completely swallowed up centuries ago by that disaster and the filth.
I know you've always perceived there was something special about the sacred Sakura, but to me, it has always been there. You've tried in the past to prove to me that there's a connection between the sacred Sakura and Makoto's consciousness, but unfortunately, you never did persuade me, did you?
No. But I understand why now. It was because the sacred Sakura hadn't even been planted then.
But don't you think that tree looked a lot different than how it does now?
The sacred Sakura is within my purview at the shrine, so obviously I get to prune it exactly how I like it.
Ugh. Now we see who's pulling the strings.
I'm joking.
My wife had cut
That tree has been
my
through a
back
lot
for
since
some
it
reason,
first
so
sprouted.
yeah,
We have the loving
That's
care
fine.
of Kitsune over the
Welcome
ages to
back.
thank for how it appears today. And obviously I played my part too. It's fair to say that very little time passed between the moment you came out of that realm and the moment you re-entered it. But in that same time, centuries of battling took place on the inside, did it not? Traveler, if I'm guessing correctly, you were repeating your wishes to yourself in your mind, weren't you?
I guess.
At that time, I could sense A's whereabouts, but I also sensed anomalies in the flow of time within that space. Suffice to say, time added a whole new dimension to our search. Simply establishing a location was not sufficient. Fortunately, your will was strong enough that the turbulence carried you to the moment in time most likely to be the intersection of all that you were wishing for. The flow of turbulence may well have been influenced by Makoto, but it took everyone's efforts combined to ultimately help A. So this time, it looks like thanks are due to you.
Does that mean it wasn't by
So Onion
chance
Knight
that
just
we
took it
ended up
out
at the
on
final
that one
duel?
guy.
We were always meant
Shadowboxing
to be there
Roblox.
to
I
witness
punched
what
him in
was
the
going
face
to
and
happen?
I did not. Aw. That's what the Shogun meant by.
I thought that the flow of time was the same on the inside and the outside, so it was a great shock to me when the traveler reappeared. My first thought was, has a great disaster befallen Inazuma? But it turned out you had come to rescue me. You came for my sake, to help me reach the best possible outcome. You too have my thanks. You have done much for me, and I will never forget it.
A, how are you feeling now?
My body has fully recovered, and the Shogun's will no longer fights against me.
Always thrilled to hear you're in good health. But I was really asking about your emotions. Have you managed to calm down? After all, you saw Makoto in there, didn't you?
I only heard her voice. I wouldn't say I saw her. I'll be fine. It brought a few things back, of course, but I've made my decision to move forward. I have to say, this has reminded me once again just how brilliant Makoto was. She predicted all the ways in which Inazuma's future could unfold, all the way back then. She even factored my immaturity into her plan. It's all thanks to her that Inazuma lived to see this day.
Makoto is brilliant.
I just planted a seed.
Yeah, it was thanks to everything you did that you got to see her again. That's amazing.
I thought Mac might be a simple one.
Thank you.
Today, at long last, you and Inazuma finally emerge from the shadows cast by the events of centuries past. Makoto and you are Inazuma's past and future, and both are indispensable.
It's rare to hear such comforting words from you. I graciously accept them.
Oh, come on. You only think it's rare because you never used to listen to a word I say.
Makoto said the exact same thing.
Great minds think alike, hmm? I wonder, does that qualify me to, maybe, take the position of shogun for a couple of days? Actually, no. Forget that. Far more trouble than it's worth.
We will have to end the frivolities there. There is much work to be done. The Shogun and I will closely review the Inazuma of today to find out where things currently stand. Then, we will give careful consideration to the future. After that, I will abolish the Sakoku decree.
Really? That's huge news!
I am no longer pursuing an eternity defined by stasis. In which case, there is no further need to keep the nation under lock and key. I don't doubt that many challenges lie ahead for Inazuma.
Opportunity, let's go.
I'm looking forward to it.
Dun, dun, dun. Ooh. Completed it, guys. Oh, this is Sumeru. Oh, so I am done with Archon Quest. That's interesting. Oh, no, 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 no. Sorry. Okay, let's get this one done then. That's the other side. Gee. What's up, buddy?
All right, then. Please excuse me. I'll leave you to it from here.
Okay. Thanks, Ippei.
Get a snack. Be right back. Huh?
I apologize that your impromptu visit comes at a busy time for us, Commissioner. Otherwise, you can be sure that we would have prepared a more extravagant reception.
I don't mean to impose, Sir Kujo. In fact, I'm not here on official business at all. I heard the good news about yourself and Lady Hiragi.
Okay.
What a glorious marital alliance this shall be. Given the close ties between our clans, it seemed only right that I should come and offer the Kamisato clan's congratulations in person.
I'm truly honored. I hope the news didn't come as too much of a surprise.
Hey there! We came to congratulate you as well!
How have you been?
Since the incident with the Takatsukasa clan, things in the Tenryou Commission have slowly started to stabilize. I'm still acclimating to the position of acting head of the clan. I just hope I'm up to the task, so I can live up to everyone's expectations.
You're far too modest. The public thinks very highly of you. They say you're hardworking, upright, and responsible.
I'm flattered, but I wouldn't have achieved anything without the support of my people. Thanks to them, everything is gradually stabilizing, and I finally had the chance to focus
like
a little
10.
on my personal life.
Well, you're certainly making big progress in that department.
Yes, ma'am.
Come on now, you're embarrassing me. Pardon me,
It's perfectly all right. Please, continue. I'm quite content to listen. It's a joyous occasion. Light-hearted is exactly how things should be. Really, who stays stony-faced when talking about a wedding?
You're right. But I am curious to know, what's your honest opinion on the whole thing? Do you think it's too sudden?
Of course not. Where there is true love, nothing should be allowed to stand in its way. No doubt people will offer you a colorful variety of opinions. But of course, you will have factored this into your decision, and I'm sure you are prepared for whatever challenges may lie ahead.
Indeed I am.
So please be confident. When your mind is made up, you ought not be worried about things for which you are already well prepared. Nevertheless, there is just one small aspect of this that puzzles me a little.
Please, go ahead.
You've been working hard to bring the Tenryou Commission in line. This is positive, and no doubt the beginning of important change. But on the other side of this equation, Lady Hiragi's father, Hiragi Shinsuke, is still in prison. If you choose now, of all moments, to announce a marriage between the Hiragi and Kujo clans, the kinds of rumors that may begin to spread both among the general public and in the Kanjo Commission are not likely to be in either of your best interests.
Yeah. Couldn't have put it better myself, Sir Kamisato. This has been my biggest concern for quite a while now. Hiragi Shinsuke is firmly against me having any contact at all with Chisato. In the past, we've always had to communicate in secret by sending letters. So although now may not look like the best timing for this marriage, it may well be the only opportunity we have.
Oh, that guy? Yeah, he acts like this sweet old man, but he was determined to make as much trouble for us as possible. Oh, he is the worst.
I can see where you're coming from, but you're only postponing the problem, not solving it. You will still have to face it sooner or later.
Yes, I'm well aware of that. But since Chisato had the courage to ask me to marry her in spite of everything, how can I disappoint her?
Oh, so she proposed to you.
Well, sort of. She raised the idea in a letter, and after some initial hesitation, I went to meet her and have a serious conversation about our future. It's funny, actually, because when I formally proposed to her in person, she denied having ever written that letter. So coy.
Huh? Really?
She's pretty shy.
She didn't say. She just acted confused by the whole thing. She really committed to it. I'll never forget the look on her face.
Oh.
Anyway, as her boyfriend, I knew she was just pretending, so I played along and said, I was only joking about the letter, and then I proposed. After making some disgruntled noises about me making a stupid joke, she blushed and said yes. We spent that afternoon working through all the details of the wedding.
Okay.
So
you discussed it and decided on a date?
We did. I guess it was a chance to finally express our commitment to one another, clearly and completely. And you know what? I think it was about time.
He's in milk. Nice.
No matter what happens next, I will always be there for her as the one person she can always rely on.
What the heck?
Oh, give me a break.
It's glowing right now.
Sorry, but Paimon's been wanting to say this the whole time. Is it just this dude, or does everyone in love act like this? He just won't stop talking.
Lucky.
Apologies, my friends. And also to Sir Kamisato. I must sound like a fool.
Far from it.
Sound like a fool.
On the contrary, seeing you so positively smitten puts my mind at rest. No surer evidence could there be of your true feelings and your commitment. If I had any reservations before, I certainly don't now. I wish you a joyous wedding when the day comes.
Yeah, even if it's kind of irritating to see you all smug like this, it's still a happy occasion. Good luck on the day, and have a happy wedding!
Yay.
Thank you all. It means a lot.
We have some other business to attend to now. Until next time.
Next time.
Very well.
You're jealous.
I'll see you out.
Me? Yeah, dude, he's getting married. How excited.
He seems busy. That must be true for anyone about to get married, right? It's a happy kind of busy, though.
You're right. Kujo Kamaji is on cloud 9. What do you think, traveler?
Bother how the whole thing again. I agree.
You chalked it up to her being coy, but that doesn't sound like the Hiragi Chisato I know. It bothers me also. But, unfortunately, attempting to seek the truth of the matter would likely be fruitless.
Oh, so?
Yeah, how come? Whenever we come across stuff like this on our adventures, we always find a way to get to the bottom of it.
I see. So that's how adventurers think. In my opinion, we face two obstacles in this case. Firstly, we have very little information to go on, and I must be cautious about taking a stance. This makes it difficult to investigate. Secondly, and more importantly, the person involved doesn't seem to care. If we intervene without his blessing, good intentions may lead to catastrophic results.
You do have a point. Kamaji doesn't seem worried at all.
Everything in the world is intertwined. What looks like a simple outcome is often the result of multiple conflating reasons. Seeking the full truth would be a long and laborious process. It would be inefficient.
Speaking of experience.
Sort of. I have to take this approach, or the work of the Yashiro Commissioner would never be done. My opinion is something
Bro,
like
what time
this.
we get Santa Claus cookies?
When something strange happens, instead of trying to find out what could have caused it, it is better to look at the situation itself. If the outcome is positive, and no one was deceived or harmed in the process, then it is acceptable. We don't know yet. After all, we don't know what Hiragi Chisato's thoughts are, do we? I have to say, I'm impressed by your ability to zero in on the issue from such a short meeting. Most insightful of you. You are thorough and thoughtful, just as my sister describes.
Huh? But Chisato and Kamaji have already talked everything through, haven't they?
Only if we are to take Kujo Kamaji at his word. But there are two sides to every story.
Yep.
I wish to know Hiragi Chisato's angle on this.
Huh. Makes sense, but Paimon still doesn't quite get it.
Don't worry about it. I was planning to visit the Hiragi clan to deliver my best wishes anyway. Let's take the opportunity to hear her thoughts. If she's as committed as Kujo Kamaji, perhaps they can navigate the challenges ahead successfully. But if not... well, life isn't always a smooth journey.
It's true. I have to see the wizard.
Faster? Okay, faster. Faster? Okay, faster.
There is still much to prepare for the wedding. Should we also invite some prominent business leaders who frequently visit Rito?
At the very least, we should send them invitations.
I agree. Ah, hello there, Yashiro Commissioner. To what do we owe the honor on this fine day?
As it happens, I'm here regarding the same wedding I believe I heard you discussing just now. I come bearing the felicitations of the Kamisato clan. Would Lady Hiragi happen to be available at this moment?
Our lady is entertaining guests right now, and we're not entirely sure how long she will be.
But please, do come in. We will arrange some tea and snacks for you and your attendants.
Hey, Paimon is not an attendant!
You misunderstand. These two are dear friends.
You're too kind.
Come on.
We don't wish to impose. We'll just wander around in the general area. Apologies for the interruption while you're busy with preparations. Please, let us know once Lady Hiragi is available.
Nonsense, Commissioner. No imposition at all. This wedding is a joyful occasion, and all the other clans who serve the Hiragi clan are most delighted for them indeed. We're merely doing the best we can to make this wedding as grand an affair as possible.
When the time comes, we'll invite everyone in the clan and even the general public to attend.
Sounds nice.
That sounds splendid. We'll leave you to it.
You're such a good little dragon, Daddy.
Take care, Commissioner.
Seems like you guys talked a lot without actually saying anything.
Hence why I dislike small talk. Our timing was not ideal, but never mind. I spotted a stall on our way over where we can pass the time. The owner always manages to come up with novel ideas. I'm one of his regular customers.
Where is it?
Rar!
Rar.
Faster? Okay, faster.
Oh, he is in charge of it. Interesting. Do some quest. You finished 3.
Oh, it's Toki!
Ah, it's you. Good to see you again. Seems like you're always showing up with a VIP in tow.
Oh? So you know the owner as well?
Yup, we tried his dongle milk a while back with the almighty Shogun in Inazuma City.
Ah, I see. So you were involved in that. I'd caught wind of this dango milk, but I didn't know that it had anything to do with you two.
I used a lot of my channel points. Oh no. Get that?
I always order one of his creative drinks whenever I pass the stall. The flavor is always new and interesting. When I noticed he'd set up shop in Rito, I simply had to come by.
Oh, thanks to you all, my business is finally beginning to take off. More and more people are willing to give my creative cuisine a shot. It gave me the confidence to decide that I'm going to stick to creative cuisine from now on. On the one hand, I wanted more people to be able to try out my culinary creations. On the other hand, I wanted my customers to experience the joy of being creative too. So I gave it a lot of thought and finally came up with an all-new business concept.
Sounds interesting. What is it this time?
I've decided to give complete creative control to the customer. I offer all sorts of ingredients, and they pick and choose whatever they want to mix with their milk or tea. As well as Dango, I now offer rice cake, purple potato balls, black sugar, and sunsettia.
Do they really all go well with milk? Hard to imagine, but who knows? It could be delicious.
What if I were to choose some ingredients you don't have here? Would that be okay?
Well, I guess so. Any novel ideas you have, Commissioner, please feel free to tell me. I'll go buy the ingredients right away. The whole idea was to let my customers express their creativity freely. So of course, I shouldn't place restrictions on the ingredients if I can help it.
Excellent. There are a few things I'd like to try. Lavender melon, seagrass, and sea ganoderma.
What? You want to mix those with milk?
I do indeed. Why? What's wrong?
You really think that's gonna turn out tasting good?
It's all about the experience. The taste is secondary. It's great to try new things. Traveler, any thoughts?
Let's do it. I like this guy. Let's go.
Sounds like a risky choice. Are you sure? Well, okay. Paimon will have the same as you.
3 milks with
you're
lavender
learning.
melon, please.
Yeah, no problem. Give me a second. I'll have them ready in just a moment.
Go.
Here, your milk is ready. Give it a try.
Yep, just as Paimon suspected. Raw lavender melon does not taste good.
I think it tastes all right. It makes me feel in touch with Mother Nature.
Your review seemed pretty positive, but Paimon still thinks there are better combinations.
Taste is your key concern, yes?
Obviously, tasty food and drinks are some of life's most important pursuits.
Well said. If I could say the same was true for me, I believe I'd be a very content man. Yes, no one has unlimited energy, and I try to conserve mine for the things that really count. To create some mental breathing room, I try not to overthink the less critical matters. Having my sister attend public events in my stead and having Toma as housekeeper has also been a great help and allowed me to focus.
We're just passing the time here, though, right? Is there anything else to think about than what we're doing right now?
1 or 2 things. Let's continue this discussion somewhere else. I noticed something before we left the Hiragi clan's residence. No, it was just a small detail. I was curious to know their thoughts on the wedding, so I asked them about it. Naturally, they responded that all other clans are happy for the Hiragi clan. But that's not the truth.
What do you mean?
Hiragi Shinsuke is still in prison, meaning the Kanjo Commission is the least stable in the Tri-Commission. Hiragi Chisato is the sole remaining pillar of her clan, but now she plans to marry into the Kujo clan. If I belonged to one of the assisting clans to the Hiragis, I would not be feeling optimistic about the future. But they didn't mention a word about that. They simply said they were delighted for them. These are not unintelligent people. I highly doubt it is because they simply do not realize. I imagine they didn't want to discuss family issues in front of outsiders. But still, the more I think back over that conversation, the more it doesn't sit right. Keep a close eye on them, Hisashi.
Yes, sir.
Whoa! Where did you come from?
This is one of my most trusted members of the Shumatsuban. He's been quietly watching out for us this whole time.
Merely doing my duty, sir.
Keep a close watch on the clan representatives we met today.
Well received. I'm on the case.
Oh, and I almost forgot.
I'm happy to be here. Let's
that
go.
milk I just had? Please order one more and deliver it to Toma.
As you wish, sir.
As you wish, sir.
Oh no, poor Toma.
Like Tomo.
Sir Kamisato, Lady Hiragi's previous engagement is now concluded. She's waiting for you in the courtyard.
Thank you kindly. Let's go and see Hiragi Chisato.
Go.
Faster? Okay, faster. Faster? Okay, faster.
Where? Oh, there she is.
Hi, nice to see you again, Chisato.
I heard that Sir Kamisato had brought some guests, but I didn't know it was you two.
It's been a while, Lady Hiragi. How have you been faring?
This is a rare privilege, Sir Kamisato. It is not often that I have the chance to meet you, let alone here in the comfort of my own home. I'm doing very well indeed, thank you. You must be so busy. Thank you so much for taking the time to come and congratulate Kamaji and I. It really means a lot.
But of course. The Tri-Commission are the servants of the Shogun, and we should look out for one another. In fact, we visited Sir Kujo just now. It's clear that he's very much looking forward to the wedding. Perhaps his joy is infectious, for I am now feeling rather elated myself. I sincerely wish you a joyful wedding and a blissful marriage.
Thank you for your kind words. This was not an easy decision to make. We will both have to work harder from now on. I'm sure the news will cause something of a stir. But come what may, we will stand as one and face whatever the future throws at us, together.
Sounds like things are pretty tough for you, Chisato.
Yes. To be honest, I'm still a little nervous about it all. But Kamaji has been so supportive. His promises have comforted me a lot.
It sounds like you have some considerable reservations, Lady Hiragi.
Yes. Well, there are so many things I need to consider. In case you were wondering, I was not actually entertaining VIPs just now. I was in fact meeting with one of the Kanjo Commission's officers, Shinojo.
Oh, really? Him?
He charged in all of a sudden and said that he had something very important to tell me. He didn't mince his words. Basically, he doesn't want me to marry Kamaji.
Interesting.
He has always been a calm and contained person who never acts out of line. I was quite shocked to see him so agitated. But despite all that, what he was saying made a lot of sense. He thinks that now is a bad time for this wedding to happen. He pointed out that I am like the final pillar propping up my clan. If I marry into the Kujo clan, that pillar is taken away. There will no longer be a voice of authority in the Hiragi clan. And it could be a disastrous move for my personal image, too.
It's just two families becoming one big family, though, right? What's the big deal?
Traditionally, in Inazuma, clan affiliation influences every facet of life. After the wedding, Lady Hiragi will belong to the Kujo clan. The Kanjo Commission's attitude toward you may undergo some significant changes thereafter.
Precisely. This is a terrible thing to be saying, but I'm starting to have second thoughts. Maybe I went along with it all too easily. Maybe I allowed myself to be pushed into this. I'm so sorry. I can't believe I'm making my guests listen to me complaining.
No problem at all. The Yashiro Commission has a duty to listen to you. Now that I've heard your concerns, I should offer to help you as best I can. For instance, by helping you gather your thoughts on the matter. Now, we heard from Sir Kujo that his decision to tie the knot was prompted by a letter he received from you. But we've also heard that you did not write that letter. Sir Kujo thought that perhaps you were just being coy. Oh, dear. Perhaps I should have kept that part to myself.
What? But that was... It was just a prop in his playful proposal, wasn't it? It was clearly purpose designed, what with all the fancy lettering and so on.
Fancy lettering, you say? So I am to understand that had it not been for this letter, you two may not have chosen this moment to be wed?
Server. If you have this,
when it comes down to it, yes, I think so. Oh, do you mean to say that this letter is not what I thought it to be?
Sir Kujo maintains that the letter was penned by your hand.
Huh? But then... How did...
Either way, it's wonderful to see how much you both trust one another. In that sense, you could say that the origin of the letter is ultimately not of great importance. Who knows? Perhaps Sir Kujo was the one being coy. After all, he had no particular reason to be forthcoming with us about the details of his playful proposal.
I understand. As you say, ultimately, the origin of the letter doesn't matter. But my position does matter. Kamaji and I thought that we needn't worry about anything that lies ahead, because we can face it all together. But now, I think I should give it some more thought.
Marriage is the most important decision of your life. Don't let yourself regret it. It is also part of the Yashiro Commission's job to help people through difficult times. I say this as an advocate for you personally, and for the Hiragi clan. Please, do not be compelled by circumstances to make any decision that goes against your will. To be together with the one you love is a sacred thing. It is my earnest wish that both of you may enjoy a bright and beautiful future, not a bittersweet one.
I'll take to heart every word you have said to me. I can't thank you enough, Sir Kamisato. I'll think very carefully about your advice.
All that matters is that you follow your heart. Since you'll be needing some time to think things over, we will excuse ourselves now.
Oh, wait. Let me see you out.
Thank you, Lady Hiragi, but there will be no need. Traveler, let's find somewhere to talk.
That's up to it there. Sounds good. Okay, give me a sec. I want to check something. I'm just checking something. Sorry guys, give me one sec. Okay. Interesting. Magic on Discord doesn't say I need to update it, but when I go to the link, it says I need to update.
Hey, do you know what? Neither do I. I already forgot.
I can't believe I got assigned this task.
I'm not sure. It's weird. Sorry about that, dude. Bro, how far did this guy go? On the other side of the world.
Faster?
He's far.
Hiragi Chisato is on a totally different page than Kujo Kamaji. Ayato, why did you give her such vague suggestions? Couldn't you just have told her what you'd do in her position? Because Paimon's pretty sure you have an idea.
I've said everything I can given the Yashiro Commission's stance. Interfering too much with other commissions' domestic issues will only create trouble. The more I think about it, the stranger this all seems. But Hiragi Chisato has yet to see it. We must be vigilant.
Strange? In what way?
Someone wants Hiragi Chisato to be married as soon as possible, and if my guess is right, it is someone from within the Kanjo Commission. This person is presumably also responsible for the mysterious and misleading letter. Think about this. A lowly officer is greatly worried about Hiragi Chisato's future, while the heads of the supporting clans ostensibly have no concern at all. It doesn't add up. When someone's words and actions do not match, you need to infer their intentions from their behavior. Yes, it's a smart strategy, far superior to the one adopted by the Tenryou Commission's Takatsukasa clan. Even had the forged letter failed and been seen for what it was, there would have been no repercussions. They could simply have explained it away as a misguided but well-meaning matchmaking attempt by a member of the family. But if the letter were to achieve its goal, as it has so far, the perpetrator would successfully weaken the Hiragi clan without ever having to lift a finger against them, all under the guise of simply encouraging a wedding. With Hiragi Chisato having married into the Kujo clan and the head of the Hiragi clan in prison, challenges to the Hiragi clan's leadership would begin to emerge throughout the ranks of the Kanjo Commission. Eventually, another clan would take the Hiragi clan's place. Actually, we have evidence. His name is Shinojo.
Shinojo?
He should be back by now.
Yes, sir.
That's the second time you've done that. Paimon cannot deal with this.
Did they take one of the Kanjo Commission officers away?
Yes. His name is Shinojo.
As I expected. They cannot afford to let this opportunity pass them by. They have to act now while the Hiragi clan is at its weakest. Hiragi Chisato had been persuaded by Kujo Kamaji, and the wedding was sure to go ahead. But after Chisato's meeting with Shinojo, she began to have second thoughts. In their eyes, Officer Shinojo has interfered with their plan.
But why did they suspect him and not us?
someone was eavesdropping on our conversation with Chisato the entire time. That's why I was a little reserved.
No way! Whew. Lucky Paimon didn't say anything stupid. But Chisato got what you meant about the letter, though, right?
I think so. But whoever is behind this will not allow their plan to fail now. They will not be inclined to respect Hiragi Chisato's own wishes. Her stance was so passive that she was easily manipulated, treated like a pawn, with even her marriage becoming a battleground for political power play. Despite all of this, she still believed that a happy future was awaiting her. When she formally marries into the Kujo clan, she will lose her title as daughter of the Hiragi clan, her position in the Kanjo Commission, and above all, her independence.
Marriage is such a trap.
Yeah, it was back then. You have to stop her.
Easier said than done. The perpetrators are manipulating everything from the shadows, letting unsuspecting pawns do their work. This is what makes their approach so smart. We, meanwhile, are out in the open. If we attempt to stop this wedding from happening, we will become the villains of the story and face immense public backlash.
So what are we gonna do?
At this stage, if the perpetrators wish to maintain control over the situation, their only option is to come out from the shadows and bare their fangs. I will wait for that moment to arrive. But first things first, we must go and rescue Shinojo. He has done nothing wrong and does not deserve to be punished. Tell me where Shinojo is. We'll head off right now.
Let's go get him. Play that. Oh, Shinojo. Not that bad. A present? Yes, what the heck?
Hi. What are you doing? Release Shinojo this instant!
Stop this at once.
It's the Yashiro Commissioner. Well, we take orders from our master, no one else.
Really? Then please, excuse me.
Who goes there? Get them!
Cascade.
Soldiers, quick!
So broken. What the heck was that?
Be still.
What?
Let's go. We must report to Master right away.
Hey, get back here!
No need to follow them. We need bait to catch the fish anyway. Leave them be.
Dude, I want to get him now.
I think I saw a key fall to the ground
What
during
the
the fight.
heck?
Let's free
He's
Shinojo
so
first.
broken, dude.
But in all the chaos, it must have been kicked to one side. Where did it end up?
What the? It's a tanuki? Oh, don't tell Paimon that the tanuki took it!
Let's follow it and see.
Bro. He doesn't even swing. That's so broken. Tanuki. I just cut the cage. I think I'm gonna go to bed now. Good night. I'll try to see you tomorrow. Have fun at the wedding. Enjoy your carnops. Keep dreams. I can't even do
Two.
hop right now.
Breathe. Faster. Oh.
Where the heck is this Tanuki? Hey, our buddy here. The key.
Faster. Okay, faster.
I'm so lost. Heck. Get the key, bro.
Thank you. Thank you. It was terrifying. They said they were gonna throw the cage into the sea with me still inside. Oh, wait, you have to listen to me. Lady Chisato's wedding, it's all part of a scheme. Someone's trying to use the wedding for their own ends.
Calm down, Shinojo. It's okay. We know about all that.
Huh?
Our suspicions were roused to this possibility, and so far, everything is unfolding rather as we expected. Those behind this plan are not going to give up easily. Their next move is imminent. We must devise sufficient countermeasures.
Yashiro Commissioner, you're personally going to take action?
This situation has consequences for the whole Tri-Commission, and the stability of all Inazuma is at stake. My hitherto neutral stance ends now. The almighty Shogun has always despised these pathetic power games. As a commissioner, I am a servant of the Shogun, and it is therefore my duty to handle these tiresome matters on her behalf.
That's true.
Shinojo, don't return to your post yet. Find somewhere safe and stay hidden. Traveler, Paimon, let's get out of here.
Well, if it isn't the Yashiro Commissioner. I hear you showed up here with no explanation and attacked my men. You wouldn't happen to be carrying out some sort of secret mission, now would you?
I heard that someone was taking the law into their own hands. As a responsible official of Inazuma, I could not in good conscience stand idly by. Shinojo may be your retainer, but the law does not grant you the right to abuse him.
Abuse? Nonsense. I was just teaching him a lesson. Out of nowhere, a low-ranking officer decides to barge in on Lady Hiragi and start spouting out the most absurd and insulting nonsense one can imagine. A truly egregious loss of decorum. I dare say, the poor lady was terrified.
So, you're saying that you know absolutely nothing of the reasons for his actions? Because otherwise, why would you describe it as out of nowhere?
Two people from two different clans are getting married. That's all there is to it. And yet this young gentleman took it upon himself to fabricate a nonsensical disaster story around it. How should I know what he was thinking? Even if she marries into the Kujo clan, Lady Hiragi will always be the daughter of the Hiragi clan and the most distinguished member of the Konjo Commission. We are, and always will be, her loyal assistants. It's our duty to see that she never has to worry about anything. Loyalty and duty are our guiding principles. Not only did this guard show no regard for either, he went out of his way to upset our lady. How could one do such a thing? Even if we put it down to a rare moment of impulsivity. I have to say, I'm surprised to see one of such noble standing as yourself rushing to his defense.
Darn it! This guy is good. Annoyingly good.
Funny. I'm suddenly reminded of an anecdote I'd like to share with you. There's not been a dull moment since I took up my post in the Yashiro Commission. Every day I've been exposed to new and fascinating things. For instance, a merchant from abroad once told me about a curious kind of bird with the most extraordinarily long tongue. So long, in fact, that you can tie 2 knots in the portion of it that extends out of its beak. I'm sure someone as erudite as yourself could be able to guess what people do with these unusual avians.
Keep them as pets.
As pets.
You'd think, wouldn't you? But there's a catch. You see, this bird is of no use to humans whatsoever, and certainly doesn't make a suitable pet. If you catch one, the best thing you can do is actually cut its tongue off and throw it out of the window. The reason they give is this. The longest tongue has the most to say, but don't be deceived as it chirps away, lest the song it sings lead you astray.
I say, Yashiro Commissioner, are you here simply to mock the Kanjo Commission?
Far from it. In my mind, the Kanjo Commission is made up of honorable individuals, upright and forthright, conscientious and loyal. It is unbecoming of such people to resort to lies, deception, and filibustering, all as part of a plan to remove Lady Hiragi from her position in the Kanjo Commission.
Yashiro Commissioner, please don't make accusations without any evidence.
The evidence is standing right in front of me, is it not? I have a credible witness who can confirm you were quick to try and make him disappear as soon as he said something that you did not like. Ugh, dear me. I can't believe the Grand Matsura clan is now represented by someone with less of a sense of loyalty than even an ordinary servant. You studied hard and took a government position, only to make it to where you are now just to play these petty power games behind the scenes. I'm not sure whether it's because you're smart enough to play the system, or too foolish to know any better. In your years of service to the Shogun, not only have you managed to glean nothing good from the people around you, you have also let yourself be blinded by self-interest. And now you have ruined your once bright future. I'm not angry, Mr. Matsura. I just feel sorry for you.
Sorry?
Is that right? Then tell me, if you're so bright, what exactly do you think you can do to me? This is at most a Kanjo Commission issue. We'll handle this amongst ourselves. You are reaching rather outside of your bounds, Yashiro Commissioner. If you seek to involve yourself in other clans' affairs, might I be so bold then as to question your motives in doing so? I think you are simply opposed to an alliance between the Kanjo Commission and Tenryo Commission, because the new balance of power in the Tri-Commission would be a threat to you personally. So you come here with an elaborate excuse to try and break up this marriage.
So, that's how you view it. Well, I have to admit, you clearly are far more talented than I at monitoring the power balance within the Tri-Commission.
Let me be crystal clear. This wedding is going to happen, and nothing is going to change that. The notices have already been sent out. All of Inazuma City knows about it now. Most of the public weren't aware that Kujo Kamaji and Hiragi Chisato were courting. But you can bet it's all anybody's talking about now. Once the notices go out, that's it. The wedding is a sure thing, even if it hasn't happened just yet.
I see. It seems like I was wrong.
So suddenly we see eye to eye?
I had expected you to at least be smarter than most. But it seems that I was gravely mistaken.
Kamisato Ayato! You! How dare you!
You've made your move. Now, I suppose it's time I made mine.
What do you mean?
Do you seriously think this marriage will bring the Kanjo Commission and the Tenryou Commission together? Isn't it at all possible that the Kanjo Commission becomes marginalized as a consequence of this union? Goodness me. Well, I've learned a great deal from talking to you. That will be all for now. If you would excuse me, I shall take my leave.
Hey! Hey! What was all that? Paimon didn't follow at all.
They had their scheme, but fortunately I was prepared. As I said, they ended up coming out from the shadows and revealing themselves. Let's see how things are in Inazuma City. Then, I'll take you through the details of my plan.
But guys, I think I'm gonna end my stream here. Hope you guys enjoy. I probably just came around today, but I'll catch you guys next one. Hope you guys have a great day or night, and I'll see you guys later.
I'm a young man traveling, but I don't know where I'm going. All that I know is I am looking for love. I know it's hard just to get there, but I'll make it there, I swear it. 'Cause where I am heading, there will surely be love. I know it's only one in a million chances that we're given, but I know that one day I will surely be